Alrighty, what's up everybody? Today we will be making a quiz on Sporcle, and I'll walk you step by step and show you all the steps you need to know on how to make your own quiz. Next question, what the hell is Sporcle? Good question. Sporcle is a website in which you can make your own quizzes and fuck around basically. So there's really literally quizzes for every subject you can think about, and yeah, it's fun if you want to kill some time. Alright, so anyways, here we go. First step that you need to have to do is to make a Sporcle account is to make an account, which I have. That's my account right there. The next step, shockingly, is to hit create. Alright, now ignore right there where it says contributed games and games in progress. You guys don't have that because these are the games that I already have. And these are the games right here that I'm working on. So yeah, like I said, just ignore that. And what you're going to want to do is hit create a new game. Alright, now before you continue, make sure you have a well thought out topic on what your quiz is going to be, and make sure that the quiz that you are making, make sure that there aren't a lot of quizzes that are practically the same as yours on Sporcle. And you can check that by hitting the check similar games buttons or just searching for it up here. Anyways, I've thought this out before the video, and I've decided that I'm going to make a interesting quiz called YouTubers by subscribers. Alright. The name is probably, I can't stress this enough, the name is probably the most important part of your quiz. No one is going to want to play a quiz called list every single list the YouTube channels or users by their subscription amount. You're gonna have to make it interesting. You're gonna want to make it get the player to play your quiz to get quiz plays. Yeah, don't know how else to put that. So anyways, once you've typed in your name, hit check similar games, and there are a few similar games set, but that's okay, because I'm making this quiz just for this video's sake. So once you hit create game, you're going to come to this strange screen right here, like game info, options, data, style, tags, finish up. Now what is all this? Alright, so simple enough. This part I think is pretty self-explanatory. You have the game name, which is what your quiz name is going to be, and this is how it will show up on the URL. It's going to be sporcle.com/game/rostaslapper/youtubers-by-subscribers. Alright, here we have the game timer, and this is how much minutes they'll have to complete the quiz. And the answer type here, we're going to leave it alone for this country, or sorry, for this quiz. But in general, what this does is when you are trying to type in an answer, it's going to say either select the or type in the correct answer. If we were to change the answer to, let's say, country, it would say type in the correct country. Alright, and just to give you a visual aid, I'm going to hit test quiz, and I'll show you what I mean. See correctly named answers right there. Now if we go back to here for answer type, let's put users, and then it'll say correctly named users. Alright, so let's refresh this. Alright, and there you go, correctly named users will show up below. So I'm going to change this to YouTube users and leave it alone like that. Alright, now for the answers plural, you're going to have to leave that alone. We don't have to really worry with that. Those are mostly for geography quizzes. So let's get down to here. Right down here it says, can you name the YouTubers by subscribers? Okay, that's also my game name. So what this is, it's basically at the top of the quiz, it's going to say here, that thing right there, can you name the YouTubers by subscribers? So you don't really necessarily want it to have the same name as your title, and you want to make it a bit more interesting, so you can change it to, for example, can you, or hold on, sorry, Can you name the most subscribed YouTube users of all time? Let's hit save changes and let's check it out on the quiz. Alright, here it is. I'm actually going to take away the caps because it doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Except for YouTubers. Now with your guys' help I can be on my quiz. Just kidding. Alright, anyways, so for the hint heading, this is probably right here, these three, the hint heading, answer heading, and extra heading, probably the three most important parts of making your quiz besides the game name. You can't function without these three settings right here. So I'm going to show you an example. Currently on the quiz that I'm working on right now, let me save changes. Alright, currently on the quiz that I'm working on right now, it has nothing on it. It's completely blank. See, there's nothing on it. Hit ready to start. There's nothing. Right. I was messing around. But what you want it to have is basically a guideline for what to follow. You want the person that's playing your quiz to know what to do. He can't just assume right off the bat what he's supposed to do on the quiz. So the hint heading tells the person what he is guessing for. So in our case, it would be YouTube user. Oh, I didn't save changes. Wait, oops, sorry. The YouTube user goes to the answer heading because we are guessing for the YouTube users. Alright? So let's save that and refresh this. Alright, we have this YouTube user thing just hanging out here. Just black text hanging out in a blob of white. Alright? So we have work to do. It's a work in progress. Next what we're going to do is fill in the hint heading. And the hint heading is, like I said previously, it's what's going to tell the player how to or what to guess for. And for the hint heading, it's going to be number of subscribers. Alright, save changes. Was Alright, so now we go to the options tab, and I literally just realized 5 seconds ago that Sporcle got updated, and previously the options tabs were down here, but apparently they got their own tab now. But anyways, that doesn't really matter. What the options do is basically they're self-explanatory. You're going to check this box if you want your answer to be based on just the last word, but we're not going to use this. For example, that could be used for like Great Britain. If you want the answer to be accepted as well as Britain, then you'd hit that, so you don't have to type in, or so you don't have to type out the whole entire word of Great Britain. Alright? Accept single character answers would be, the correct answer would be A, B, or C, or 1, 2, 3, etc. Alright? This filter default words is going to be defaultly checked, and that's good. Keep it that way because it lets you use A and that symbol for and without it counting it incorrect. Alright? Hide third column, also known as the extra column until answered. Sometimes you can check that, sometimes I don't, but basically it keeps the extra column hidden until you answer it correctly. The answers with the word go display on start. Ignore that for now. That's a bit more advanced. And same with the bonus hidden answers. That's a little bit more advanced. So from then on, you can see that there is another tab called the answer order, and this is pretty important for a lot of quizzes. By checking this box, that would make it you would have to answer the questions according to the order that they're appearing in. So if I had question number 1 and you didn't know the answer to question number 1, you could not go on to question number 2 until you answer question number 1. Alright? Now if you have this one checked and hide next clue, it's the same exact thing as what I just said before, except you wouldn't be able to see what question 2 is until you answered question 1 correctly. And this last checkbox is self-explanatory. It randomizes the questions and answers. Alright. The add media is for quizzes with YouTube videos embedded in them and pictures, but we're not going to be using that for now. So we're going to go to the next part, the data tab. This is the most important tab because this is where all your answers and questions go, okay? For time's sake, I'm going to make 20 rows, and I'm going to do all of them by myself except for the first one, just to show you. So I have this website here with all the information about YouTube videos and YouTube subscribers and channels and whatnot, and I'm going to take the subscriber number just like that, copy it, and paste it under number of subscribers. And hold on, let me just put number 1. Alright. Let me see if that looks better. Alright, and what you're going to put in the middle box is what the person that's going to be playing the quiz is going to have to guess for. They're not going to be able to see this. So the answer for that would be Ray William Johnson, except without the spaces. Now here's where it gets a little bit tricky. As of right now, the only way that the player can guess this answer and get it correct is by typing in word for word, capitalization doesn't matter, but word for word, Ray William Johnson in that order. Most people aren't going to do that, but they're going to be guessing something along the lines. So to have multiple answers be correct, you're just going to add that little backslash thing, and after the backslash you're going to type in maybe Ray William, then Ray Johnson. Alright, so what those do are basically they make alternative answers, but if you answer one of these 3 answers, then it'll show that answer for the main answer. And let me show you an example. Alright, so as you can see here, we have number of subscribers and YouTube user. So I think the YouTube user is Ray William Johnson. I don't think I know, and I'm going to type that in. Ray, oh, there it is, Ray William Johnson. Don't have to finish typing everything. You don't have to necessarily do that, but I chose to do it because it does save time for people. Yeah. Alright, let me just add William. Alright, so I'm going to finish doing the rest of the quiz, and I will check up with you guys when I'm done making it. Alright, just gonna make a quick update. I'm gonna change a little bit of things around, and I'm going to change from the numbers of subscribers to subscriber rank. And I'm just doing this so there aren't a lot of numbers that are floating around out there, and it's going to be nice and organized. Just number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, instead of like number 1 then that. Alright, that's it so far. Alright, so I have finished making the quiz, and basically it's going to look something like this. Alright, so as you can see, the YouTube user part is blank because we haven't guessed it yet, and the subscriber rank is what's showing. It's like our indicator for what we're guessing, like I said. So I'm going to hit ready, click start, and I'm going to make it so the person that's going to play the quiz can guess the YouTube user in no particular order. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, you can just start guessing. So I'm going to go off the top of my head from what I remember. Fred was on there. Nega Higa, there we go. Ray William Johnson, Machinima. What else was on there? Oh, this was an interesting case. There's Shane Dawson TV, and there's Shane Dawson TV 2. So when the person types that in, they're gonna get both the answers at the same time. Nothing you can really do about that. Anyways, well, I think that's a pretty good example. But still, the quiz doesn't really look like appealing. It looks boring, bland. So that's why there is the style tab. Alright, So as you can see here, it says hint column background, hint column text. It's pretty self-explanatory. The hint column text is the color of the text in the hint column, the left column. The background is the background color for the hint column. I'm going to change that color around. Let me see, to white. Alright, to that, and I'm going to keep the text at white, and for the answer background, I'm going to make it something similar to the hint column background. Alright, that looks good. And you gotta keep it at a good ratio at which you can see the text and see the background at the same time. Alright, so then there is the header background and the header text. The background, the header is basically this thing right here. I'm gonna keep it the way it is. I don't see why I should change it. And let me see, maybe I should change the background. Alright, that looks pretty neat, I think. I want to make the font a little bit bigger. Just like that. And number of columns is basically, as you can see here, there's one column here, and there's a second column here. You can make it 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns, 6 columns. Personally, I'm going to keep it at auto because it decides generally the perfect amount of columns that you need. It splits it evenly in half. And then right here for column widths, it's determining how big the answer column or the hint column is going to be and how big the answer column is going to be. Currently it's at 30 to 70, which means this one's going to be 30%, this one's going to be 70%. I think that's pretty good size, or pretty good size. So I'm gonna hit save stop. Alright, and this is how our quiz is going to look like. Alright, see, much better. Alright, so go back to style, make sure you're happy with everything. And one more thing I usually like to change is the border style from bottom only to all sides. It gives it that nice black popping look. So I'm gonna hit that, save style. I'll let that reload. So then you go to the tags. The tags is just like how for YouTube, when you type something into the search bar, the answers are going to come up based on your tags. So if someone types in YouTube onto the search bar, my quiz will show up because I have YouTube as one of the options. Popular subscribe. Alright, most, and you want to make it relevant to your quiz, obviously, so I'm going to finish this up. Alright, so the limit of tags is 12, and once you have all 12, you're going to hit save, and then you're going to go to finish up and contribute game. Congratulations, you have made your first Sporcle quiz. I'll probably make another video on how to make more advanced Sporcle quizzes with wrong answers, traps, minefields, and whatnot. But until then, subscribe, like, comment, and favorite the video.